Hello and welcome back to Rage Gaming, and yes, more Monster Hunter Wilds talk. If you've missed it, they're releasing little trailer showcases for each and every weapon. We have a new one to look at every day right now. And today was of course the hunting horn, which had a massive facelift when Rise was released, becoming much more of a threat itself and a much more unique moveset. From what we see in this footage though, they're continuing that theme and have brought a lot of Rise mechanics into this new version, as we're going to talk about. But with that said, let's just get into it. First up, this footage is once again in the desert area, but on a rocky plateau section, at least in the intro. This suggests a bit more variety in the area than just being on sand, but since we're fighting the balahara again in these clips, the hunter stays on the sand so that it can do its stuff. The balahara can essentially swim through the sand like we're on water, but I imagine it wouldn't be able to on that rocky area. That could be a useful thing if you fight it in that spot. But now, the hunting horn. In our first clip, we see this instant knockdown, very first hit, which is then led into a song combo, of course. It's very drum-based, at least in the audio. In any case, watching this tells us that there's going to be a focus on playing music, actually resulting in damage a lot more. This long combo has physical hits here and there, but a lot of the music blasts that come out will hit the monster during the combo. I think that's great. It's giving the horn more of its own identity compared to being, alternative hammer with hunting horn features. The force of the hits are clearly strong, but the music bursts happening throughout the songs is just really nice to see. However, a big question we have right now is how the songs are going to function. How are you going to play them? Will it be more like World or Rise or so on? Based on what we see in the video and how much more this is like the Rise version, you'd figure something like that. But without seeing the UI at any point in the video, it is hard to say. Next up though, we have the very cool and new Echo Bubbles mechanic, which is essentially a special effect in an area which was set up after a special song and a little dance with it, which came out pretty damn quick. I'm thinking that was a single button or a combination of button being pressed to result in the instant echo bubble dance rather than needing to do a combo or some kind of setup beforehand. Functionally, I do think it's going to need to be quick to do, as I'll explain and show. The result though is a reasonably large area spawning under the hunter, knocking the monsters with a lot of force when it actually spawns. This echo bubble will echo your song bursts, and the size of that echo actually looks pretty big because it's the full field that you put down. In the next clip, we see how insane the potential gets. Suddenly there's 3 echo bubbles down all at once, with just one hunter being the one that's placing all of them. As the hunter plays a song resulting in the air burst against one echo, the following echoes then also echo, aka burst them out, with the same attack on its location. They look like bigger air bursts than the horns, right? So the resulting 3 air bursts in the clip look pretty deadly. So when we consider the added relevance of the songs resulting in bursts of damage that echoes out each time you're going to get one off, you want to play next to or in these fields and spread them. The question is, do they need to be connected? In all the footage it does look like they might be, making this huge yellow field to actually echo out all of your bursts. But if they're not touching each other, maybe it won't work. We'll see. But that's why I think you'll need to be quick or effective with placing echo bubbles. It'll probably be a special attack that you instantly come out with if you've any hope of having 3 of them down regularly. And I'd also assume that it is just capped at 3 based on this footage. Moving on then, we do get a quick reminder, an example that this is indeed still hunting horn, meaning you can buff yourself with your songs, but it also affects your allies, of course. You're still the party buffer. But more importantly, we get to see focus mode. The text on screen suggests that you use it to aim for current wounds and weak points, much like any focus mode would be used for generally. But the focus mode special attack in this case, it's rather familiar. The hunter slams the target using focus mode as its base attack. Then the spot that was hit becomes attached and reverberates the hunter's follow-up attacks with the horn, essentially playing a guitar riff on drums. It's silly but awesome at the same time. It is very familiar though, right? It looks like the Siltbind attack Earthshaker, which would attach to a monster with an attack and then explode out with one big slam. This, by comparison, has multiple hits during the cast, then still the big hit at the end. And I'm very happy to see the move return, but also glad to see it gets a bit of an update rather than just one single hit. And it looks relatively easy to apply as well. Last up for the trailer then, we do get this little sequence of special attacks. There's a possible ending attack of a mount here as he leaps and slams down. The camera angle looked a bit weird. Next we have this song combo being echoed out by the bubbles, resulting in a massive sonic blast. And finally, what certainly looks like a potent counterattack resulting in a knockdown all showcasing the raw force of this weapon. In general then, we see a lot of Rise Hunting Horn here compared to the previous version. It looks like the positive response to the Rise Hunting Horn version was taken seriously. People want to support using the Hunting Horn, it is the party buffer, but having it stand out with its own attacks is a lot better. Being a force to be reckoned with in its own right, all on its own, I think that's much more enjoyable. Considering the comments where the video was posted, I only saw very hyped and excited comments. For now though, that's everything we've got to see. So I've been Hollow, you've been you, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next weapon highlight video.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.